It is 5 a.m. at CNBC Global Headquarters, and here is your 5 at 5. Stocks are riding a 6-week winning streak as investors turn their attention towards inflation, Jay Powell, and the Fed in the week ahead. Futures right now under a little bit of pressure. Regulatory roadblocks and falling share prices reportedly forcing Cigna to scrap its $140 billion blockbuster deal to merge with Humana, but it plans to reward shareholders for their patience. Now within retail, a $6 billion take-private deal possibly in the works as a group of investors turn their eyes towards Macy's. Plus, the White House finally doles out the first chunk of funding from that massive $53 billion CHIPS Act. Now the state of New York wants its piece. And then later on, the streaming wars just got a little bit more crowded, courtesy of Mr. Tucker Carlson. It is Monday, December 11th, 2023, and you are watching Worldwide Exchange right here on CNBC. Good morning, and welcome to Worldwide Exchange. I'm Dominic Chu, in for Frank Holland. Now, before we get started, you might notice that our screen looks a little bit different this morning. Now, it's all part of a new look for CNBC that we're really excited about. Some information and some data might be in a different place than you were accustomed to, than you last saw on Friday when you joined us. Over time, what we do hope it will do is make it easier for you to understand the market and the stories that we are trying to bring you. In the meantime, we will be leaving some things up on the screen just a tad bit longer, like the data, like the information, until you and, of course, we get used to some of these visual changes. But hopefully, enjoy. We will kick off this hour with a check on U.S. equity futures, with the major indices all riding 6-week winning streaks, and the Dow and the S&P trading at fresh 52-week highs. Right now, the Dow is implied higher by just roughly 12 points, the S&P by about 1, and the NASDAQ just marginally lower by about 9 points. Checking in on the bond market, with the 2-year note yield and benchmark 10-year yields trading near 2-week highs at this point. We'll start with the 2-year note yield, which is just a hair above 4.74% right now. So again, trading slightly higher there, but near a 2-week high. The benchmark 10-year note yield, 4.252%, and the 30-year long bond, just about 4.33%. Let's turn our attention towards oil prices. They are riding a 7-week losing streak still. U.S. benchmark West Texas Intermediate, or WTI, crude prices currently ticking lower right now by about 0.75% to $70.74. Meanwhile, ICE Brent crude futures, that world benchmark gauge, $75.42 there, or off 0.5% there. Gasoline futures down about 0.2%, 2.05 the last trade there.